Number 1. This 1972 Dodge Dart Swinger, offered at $8,000 and located in Fresno, California, is presented as a solid and well-preserved driver that has benefited from a substantial amount of mechanical attention. The seller notes that the car retains its original 225/6 engine, which has been fully rebuilt with documentation, bored .030 over, and fitted with shaved heads for higher compression along with a mild cam. Still running the stock one-barrel carburetor, the seller mentions that a two-barrel upgrade would further enhance performance. Paired with an automatic transmission that shifts smoothly and supported by an 8¼ rear axle, the drivetrain remains dependable, and the front disc brake setup sourced from a '73 Duster adds a welcome improvement in stopping power for everyday use. The car has received numerous recent mechanical upgrades, including a rebuilt front suspension and refreshed steering components, indicating a thoughtful effort to ensure reliable drivability. The seller highlights that most lights and gauges remain operational, and the Dart is currently registered through January of next year, underscoring its roadworthy status. Structurally, the car is described as quite solid, with only a few quarter-sized rust spots and a clean, painted trunk area. Originally a vinyl-top car, the roof has been temporarily repainted, and while not restored to factory appearance, the seller emphasizes that the underlying structure is solid and free from major issues. Inside, the Dart features a generally good interior with non-original seats presently installed, though the factory seat is included and simply requires new upholstery. Fresh carpeting has been added, but the headliner will need replacement to finish out the cabin properly. The combination of updated interior elements and available factory components offers a strong starting point for a buyer looking to refine the car's presentation. The salvage title is attributed to the seller having rescued the Dart from a junkyard. However, he notes clearly that the frame is not tweaked and that the car's structural integrity remains intact, presenting a solid foundation for continued enjoyment or further restoration. Overall, this '72 Dart Swinger stands as an appealing classic Mopar with meaningful mechanical investment, a functioning and rebuilt drivetrain, and a body that remains largely solid for its age. The seller stresses that he is asking $8,000 or best offer and is not interested in trades of any kind, particularly bikes, and requests that only serious buyers inquire. For someone seeking a driver-quality Dart with documented engine work, upgraded brakes, and strong fundamentals, this example offers a straightforward opportunity to step into a usable classic with much of the heavy lifting already completed. Number 2. This 1967 Ford Galaxie 500, offered at $4,500 and located in Lynnwood, Washington, is presented as a running and driving big-block full-size Ford with strong mechanical fundamentals and several recent maintenance updates. Powered by a 390 cubic inch V8 producing around 270 horsepower and paired with an automatic transmission, the car retains its factory power steering and is said to cruise comfortably at 70 to 80 miles per hour on the freeway, indicating confidence in both its drivetrain and overall road manners. The seller notes that the odometer shows 5 digits and likely reads around 123,000 miles, and the Galaxie carries a clean title along with collector plates, making it an appealing candidate for someone seeking a usable classic with lower annual registration requirements. Braking components have received recent attention, including new front soft hoses, a proper bleeding, a new wheel cylinder, fresh wheel bearing grease, and a new master cylinder to ensure dependability. Additional maintenance items include a fresh oil and filter change, new coolant flush, a new dome light, and other minor service updates that improve reliability. The seller mentions that the headlights work intermittently and may need their switch contacts cleaned, and the car will need new wiper blades, but aside from these small electrical and cosmetic items, the essential systems appear well tended. Inside, the Galaxie seating is described as serviceable but in need of a thorough cleaning, and the original headliner has been removed entirely after collapsing, leaving the interior partially disassembled but ready for restoration. These interior shortcomings provide a straightforward opportunity for the next owner to personalize the cabin without undoing previous modifications or mismatched repairs. Much of the car's charm lies in its largely unmodified, factory-style presentation, and its interior condition reflects a project that was started but not completed, offering a blank canvas for refinement. The seller explains that he originally acquired the car as a project but no longer has time to work on it, which is the reason for listing it. He is open to trades, specifically mentioning interest in classic Oldsmobile or Buick models, though cash buyers remain free to pursue the Ford at its listed price. With its big block power, comfortable freeway capability, clean title, and a variety of fresh mechanical work already completed, this 1967 Galaxie 500 represents a solid foundation for someone seeking a drivable full-size classic that can be enjoyed immediately while continuing to improve its interior and minor electrical needs at their own pace. Number 3. This 1964 Chevrolet Chevelle Malibu, offered at $9,995 and located in Creswell, Oregon, is presented as a straight and largely original early Chevelle that has been sitting for years but retains the kind of honesty and completeness that make it an appealing driver project. Powered by its inline-six engine paired with a glide automatic transmission, the car fires right up and is reported to run, drive, and brake, giving it a functional baseline that many early Chevelles in project condition no longer offer. Its long parked history contributes to its survivor feel, yet it remains responsive enough to be enjoyed immediately while improvements are made at the new owner's pace. The car's overall structure is described as decent, preserving the recognizable lines and proportions that define the first-generation Malibu. The floors are noted to be in decent condition, a key advantage for a car of this era, while the trunk area, though still intact, is described as rough and in need of attention. The lower quarter panels will require replacement, and the weather strip channel surrounding the trunk opening is in poor condition, signaling metalwork that should be addressed to restore full structural integrity. Despite these needs, the rest of the body is characterized as pretty good, suggesting that the main areas of concern are already identified and contained. This openness about condition makes it easier for the next owner to plan the restoration path without hidden surprises. Mechanically, the Malibu benefits from its ability to start and move under its own power, allowing it to be driven and evaluated firsthand rather than approached as a dormant non-running project. The transmission's functionality, along with the braking system's operability, makes the car suitable for around-town use as it sits. For many enthusiasts, this drive while you restore capability is especially desirable, allowing the new owner to enjoy the car's character and vintage feel even before beginning deeper mechanical or cosmetic improvements. Being equipped with its original-style drivetrain further contributes to its authentic early Chevelle charm. Included with the sale are an extra grille, additional bezels, and a new master cylinder, offering practical value and helping offset some of the upcoming restoration costs. These spare parts also indicate that the seller has already gathered components with future improvement in mind. Described as a great car to work on while you're driving it, this 1964 Chevelle Malibu stands as a promising blend of usability, originality, and classic mid-60s Chevrolet appeal. For a buyer seeking a straightforward, running project with clear needs but strong fundamentals, this example offers an attractive entry point into the increasingly sought-after early Chevelle market. Number 4. This 1966 Chrysler Imperial Crown, offered at $5,500 and located in Salem, Oregon, is presented as a mostly complete and largely original luxury car that spent the majority of its life in California before being brought north 2 years ago. Equipped with its smooth-running 440 V8, the car retains the dignified presence and substantial build quality that defined the Imperial line throughout the 1960s. The seller notes that while the paint is not original and is now peeling to reveal bare metal on the hood, the body remains intact, and the vinyl top, though beginning to show wear, has been regularly covered and treated. Its long-term California history contributes to its solid structure, making it a promising base for someone looking to revive an uncommon full-size luxury cruiser. During current ownership, a considerable amount of mechanical work has been completed. The seller has replaced the tires, wheel cylinders, brake hoses, brake booster, master cylinder, and spark plugs, and has also rebuilt the transmission with new clutches, an oil pump, new forward and reverse bands, and all major wear components. Although the transmission has received an extensive overhaul, the seller explains that it still behaves strangely when shifting and can experience issues in both reverse and forward gears. Despite these unresolved concerns, the engine itself is described as running very smoothly, giving the car strong foundational mechanical potential once the transmission issues are sorted. The interior stands out as one of the car's best features, described as being in excellent condition with its upscale materials and classic styling preserved remarkably well. Nevertheless, the car does have several smaller interior and functional flaws. The driver's seatbelt has recently come apart but can still buckle even though it no longer retracts, the speedometer cable is broken, and the brake pedal sticks to the floor despite the entire braking system having been replaced. These issues, along with several additional minor problems not fully listed due to space limitations, reflect a project that requires finishing touches and mechanical sorting rather than a complete overhaul. Overall, this Imperial Crown represents a substantial and stylish luxury classic with much of its major work already started, including significant brake and transmission investment. While the car needs further attention to resolve shifting behavior, correct the brake pedal issue, and address cosmetic and accessory concerns, it remains a running, smooth-idling 440-powered flagship with a solid interior and strong presence. The seller emphasizes that no trades will be considered, as cash is needed. For a buyer seeking a distinctive mid-60s Chrysler with large car elegance, rarity, and plenty of remaining potential, this Imperial offers an appealing entry point into the world of vintage luxury at an accessible price. Number 5. This 1951 Chevrolet Bel Air, offered at $20,000 and located in Spokane, Washington, is presented as a well-sorted early 50s Chevrolet that has been upgraded for modern drivability while retaining its classic styling and solid overall condition. The car features an updated drivetrain consisting of a 250 inline-six paired with a turbo 350 automatic transmission, giving it far more usability and highway capability than a stock early 50s setup. Supporting components include a new carburetor, new radiator, electronic ignition, and an upgraded 12-volt electrical system, all contributing to reliable starting, smoother running, and greater electrical compatibility. The seller reports that the brakes were redone in late 2023, and the car rides on decent tires, confirming that the essentials have been refreshed to keep it confidently roadworthy. The Bel Air benefits further from several key drivability enhancements, including electric windshield wipers replacing the original vacuum system, and a new windshield paired with rear glass that remains in excellent shape. The side windows are described as acceptable, and overall body condition is noted as sound, giving the car the kind of structural integrity that makes continued enjoyment and future refinements easier. Inside, the cabin is described as decent and usable as is, offering a blend of vintage character with upgraded comfort features such as vintage air heating and air conditioning, an uncommon and highly desirable improvement for a classic of this era. A retro-style Bluetooth radio provides modern connectivity without disrupting the period-correct look. Exterior trim is largely presentable, with the bumpers described as decent though the seller had planned to have them re-chromed at some point, and the door handles show some pitting typical of a car this age. Despite these cosmetic imperfections, the Bel Air maintains strong visual appeal and retains the clean, rounded profile that makes early 50s Chevrolets such strong crowd pleasers. The seller notes that the car is a genuine head-turner and has no trouble keeping up with freeway traffic, a statement supported by its modernized drivetrain and upgraded cooling and ignition components. This combination of classic style and modern performance upgrades makes it suitable for regular use, longer drives, or local cruising without the compromises often associated with unrestored examples. The car carries a rebuilt title, though the seller states he does not know the reason behind it. However, with approximately $40,000 invested, the Bel Air reflects careful attention and meaningful upgrades throughout its ownership. The seller is open to a trade involving a 1930 to 1931 Model A coupe, but otherwise presents this Chevrolet as a ready-to-enjoy classic with substantial mechanical updates, functional comforts, and strong highway manners. For a buyer seeking a 50s Chevrolet that blends vintage appeal with improved reliability and drivability, this 1951 Bel Air stands as an attractive, well-equipped option with its major work already completed. Number 6. This 1967 Ford Mustang convertible, offered at $17,000 and located in Citrus Heights, California, is presented as a long-stored, largely original drop-top project with solid bones and straight panels that have survived remarkably well. The seller notes that the car spent most of its life indoors, including roughly 15 years in a garage and additional time consistently covered, giving it a level of structural preservation uncommon for convertibles of this era. It carries a clean title and remains a true California car, retaining the kind of dry, solid body and factory-style appearance that make it an ideal candidate for a proper restoration. The car features a 302 small-block V8 sourced from 1971, an extremely common and practical upgrade from the original 289, paired with an automatic transmission, and everything in the engine bay appears complete and original in layout. The engine currently turns, offering a promising foundation for revival after years of storage. The Mustang's body is described as straight, clean, and structurally sound, with panels that align well and a level of integrity difficult to find in unrestored convertibles. Crucially, the complete convertible top frame is intact, giving the next owner all the essential hardware needed for a proper restoration of the soft top assembly. Having been parked since 2005, the car shows the hallmarks of long-term indoor storage rather than outdoor deterioration, making it a far more desirable starting point than many other convertible projects that have succumbed to rust or patchwork repairs. The presence of its original-style exterior trim and factory lines enhances its appeal as a largely untouched classic ready for the next stage of work. Inside, the Mustang remains mostly original, with factory-style seats, interior panels, dash, gauges, and trim all still present. While not in perfect condition, the interior is usable as is and offers an authentic foundation that can be restored or refreshed depending on the buyer's goals. The seller notes that more interior photos are available upon request, suggesting that the cabin maintains a complete and coherent presentation rather than the kind of pieced-together or stripped state often found in convertible projects. This completeness further contributes to the car's status as a strong starting point for someone seeking to restore a Mustang without needing to track down countless missing parts. The seller lists the car at $17,000 or best offer and is open to reasonable offers, emphasizing that no holds will be placed and that serious buyers should schedule an appointment to view it in person. Since the car has been dormant for many years, buyers are advised to bring a trailer, as it is being sold as is and is not yet in running condition. With its clean title, solid California body, complete convertible components, turning 302 V8, and long-term indoor preservation, this 1967 Mustang convertible stands as an inviting restoration candidate for anyone seeking a classic drop-top that retains its authenticity, structure, and potential for a high-quality revival. Number 7. This 1969 Cadillac Deville sedan, offered at $6,500 and located in Orange, California, is presented as a ready-to-drive full-size luxury cruiser powered by its massive 472 V8 backed by a rebuilt transmission. The seller reports that the car fires right up, runs, drives, and is fully prepared for cruising, supported by its registration valid through September 2025 and a clean title in hand. This Deville has been modified with an air ride suspension system that has recently been serviced, giving it both a modern stance and adjustable ride comfort while keeping the classic Cadillac presence intact. The frame is noted as straight with no undercarriage rust, an especially important detail for a car of this size and age, and all window moldings are still present, indicating an unusually complete exterior for a late 60s sedan. A long list of new mechanical and cosmetic upgrades accompanies the car, reflecting meaningful investment in making it roadworthy and dependable. These improvements include a new Grant steering wheel, new battery with disconnect, new tires, new air filter, new distributor, and new spark plugs and wires. The braking system has been refreshed with new front disc brakes, new rear drum components, and new brake lines, contributing to safer and more confident stopping power. The cooling system has also been addressed with a new radiator, hoses, and belts, and a new Edelbrock carburetor enhances performance and drivability. Recent alignment work and a general tune-up further support the seller's claim that the car is ready to cruise, and the addition of shaved door handles with a new remote system gives the Cadillac custom flair. The exterior shows minor rust in a few predictable areas, including the front fenders, a small portion of the trunk area, and a minor spot on the rear left passenger floorboard. These issues appear contained rather than structural and are typical of unrestored classic Cadillacs. The seller notes that the wipers do not currently function and that there is no air conditioning, although the components are still present for someone wishing to reactivate the system. Only the driver's side window switch currently controls all the power windows, a common aging electrical quirk in late 60s luxury cars. Despite these shortcomings, the overall impression is of a mostly solid, largely complete Deville with the major mechanical systems already addressed. Inside, the car benefits from the upgrades already completed and from the fact that it remains operable and complete rather than a disassembled project. The vehicle also comes with a new seal skin car cover, helping preserve its condition between drives. With its rebuilt transmission, running 472 V8, serviced air-ride suspension, straight frame, and substantial list of new mechanical components, this 1969 Cadillac Deville sedan offers an attractive opportunity for someone seeking a big body classic that can be enjoyed immediately while finishing the remaining cosmetic and functional details. At this price point, it stands as a compelling blend of drivability, presence, and customization potential, especially for buyers looking to step into the world of vintage Cadillac ownership with much of the essential work already completed. Number 8. This 1964 Plymouth Valiant V100, offered at $20,000 and located in Santa Ana, California, is presented as a clean and straightforward two-door sedan that retains its classic compact Mopar character while remaining fully functional and road-ready. Powered by its dependable 225/6 rated at 145 horsepower with a one-barrel carburetor, the car embodies the reliable simplicity these early A bodies are known for. The seller notes that the Valiant runs and drives, giving it immediate usability rather than project car uncertainty, and its indicated 87,000 miles further supports the impression of a gently used survivor that has avoided hard wear over the decades. With its lightweight proportions, tidy styling, and practical powertrain, this V100 stands as a well-preserved example of Plymouth's efficient and durable small car formula. The straightforward drivability of this Valiant is one of its biggest strengths. The 225/6 is widely regarded as one of Chrysler's most durable engines, and in stock form it delivers smooth operation, easy maintenance, and exceptional longevity. Being equipped with the original one-barrel setup and retaining its factory-style layout under the hood, the car maintains its authentic early 60s mechanical feel. Its two-door body style adds desirable classic appeal, offering the clean roofline and simple, purposeful look that makes these V100 sedans popular among enthusiasts seeking a compact vintage Mopar with strong bones and an unpretentious character. Structurally and visually, the car presents as a preserved and unmodified example rather than a heavily altered or restomodded build. The straightforward sedan design highlights the crisp lines and compact stance that define the early A-body platform, and the car's clean presentation suggests it has been well cared for across its life. Although detailed cosmetic notes are not provided, the overall impression is one of a solid, honest Valiant that offers a dependable foundation for either continued preservation or light refinement. Its simplicity and completeness make it an appealing option for those who value originality and mechanical correctness in a classic driver. With an asking price of $20,000 or best offer, the seller signals openness to reasonable negotiation while emphasizing the car's strong condition and ready-to-use nature. For buyers seeking a vintage Mopar that starts, moves, and functions without the typical project car challenges, this 1964 Plymouth Valiant V100 represents an attractive and increasingly uncommon opportunity. Running, driving, and retaining its factory 225 power plant, it stands as a usable classic that can be enjoyed immediately or gradually improved, making it a compelling choice for anyone wanting an early Chrysler compact with authentic charm and dependable performance. Number 9. This 1966 Chevrolet Corvair Corsa, offered at $10,500 and located in Washougal, Washington, is presented as a clean, garage-kept example that spent more than 15 years stored on jack stands in the previous owner's garage before being revived by the seller and his father. Equipped with the desirable 4-carburetor flat-six engine paired with a 4-speed manual transmission, this Corsa represents the highest performance variant of the Corvair lineup and retains the sporty character that made these cars unique among American compacts of the era. Its long indoor storage preserved the body and structure remarkably well, and the repaint done years ago still presents nicely, giving the car strong cosmetic appeal alongside its mechanical readiness. Mechanically, this Corvair has received substantial attention to bring it back into reliable driving condition. The car's carburetors have been rebuilt, and the braking system has been refreshed with new components that allow the brakes to function sharply and predictably. A brand new fuel tank, along with new fuel lines and filter running all the way to the engine, addresses one of the most critical issues on long-sitting classics. A new brake master cylinder and fresh oil change add further confidence, making the car a driver rather than a dormant project. The seller notes that he and his father have been driving the car on and off, confirming that it shifts well and provides the lively, engaging driving experience that Corvair enthusiasts appreciate. Cosmetically, the car benefits from its earlier repaint, which still presents well today, and from its long period of garage storage that protected it from typical weather-related deterioration. Its Corsa trim level gives it a sportier appearance, including the signature dash layout and performance-oriented details that distinguish it from lower trims. The overall cleanliness of the car reflects the careful stewardship from both the seller's family and the late grandfather who stored it properly for many years. A few issues remain, consistent with a classic recently revived from long-term storage. The car needs new tires, and the passenger side tire will lose air after a day of sitting. Additionally, the secondary carburetor on the passenger side is missing a linkage, which will need to be addressed to restore full performance from the 4-carb setup. The seller explains that this Corvair was a father and son project, and now that it is running, driving, and functional, they are letting it go due to moving and other life changes. For a buyer seeking a clean, well-preserved, mechanically refreshed Corsa with strong fundamentals and only minor finishing needs, this 1966 Corvair represents a compelling opportunity to acquire one of the most desirable models in the Corvair lineup. Number 10. The 1968 Plymouth Valiant Signet in Eugene, Oregon presents itself as an aggressive, purpose-built street machine with a long history of careful construction and indoor storage. Beneath its compact A-body shell sits a 408 Mancini stroker engine, built for serious power and tuned for high 10-second capability at the track. The SMR-built 904 automatic transmission is equipped with a trans brake and line lock, backing up the car's drag-focused nature with components chosen for both strength and consistency. Custom lightweight glass fenders and bumpers help shed mass while keeping the classic Valiant lines intact, and the car's history as a Carcraft magazine feature adds credibility to the depth of the build. Underneath, the chassis has been fully framed and mini-tubbed to accept much wider rear rubber, a sign of its intention to plant power effectively. An 8 3/4-inch rear axle fitted with a 489 case and steep 4.56 gearing feeds through Moser axles, all selected for durability under heavy load and hard launches. The Lynnwood brake setup provides modern stopping capability to match the car's acceleration, giving the Signet a balance of control rarely seen in vintage drag-oriented builds. Everything about the underside suggests a car built by someone who knew exactly what they wanted from both performance and longevity. The body retains its recognizable 1968 Valiant profile but benefits from attention to detail, including recently powder-coated front wheels in matching black to complement the rear set. The paint, trim, and stance give it a purposeful, muscular presence, and the custom lightweight components tie the aesthetic directly to its performance mission. Stored indoors throughout its build and ownership, the car has been preserved in a condition that reflects the care invested over the years, presenting clean lines, a strong posture, and a well-maintained exterior suited for both street enjoyment and track appearances. Inside and mechanically, this Valiant Signet stands ready as a high-performance street car with the character of a magazine-featured drag build. The seller notes that it is a high 10-second machine on the street, hinting at the tuning, gearing, and engine improvements that define its identity. While too much exists to list in a short ad, the components mentioned already tell the story of a professionally assembled and thoughtfully upgraded classic. With openness to possible trades involving other fun cars, this Signet offers an opportunity for someone seeking a unique, powerful, fully built Mopar that blends nostalgia with serious performance capability. Number 11. This 1970 Dodge Dart, offered at $10,000 and located in Brea, California, is presented as a remarkably original example that retains the character and integrity of a true survivor Mopar. The car features its factory mustard yellow exterior, a period-correct color that enhances its vintage appeal and speaks to its unaltered condition. According to the seller, the Dart still carries all of its original parts, making it an increasingly rare find among cars of this era that are often modified or pieced together over decades. Its overall presentation suggests a vehicle that has been preserved rather than restored, allowing the next owner to enjoy an authentic snapshot of early 1970s Dodge craftsmanship. Powering the Dart is its original 225 inline-six engine, rated at 225 horsepower, paired with components that appear to remain in factory configuration. This engine choice, known for durability and smooth performance, makes the car an ideal candidate for those who appreciate dependable classics rather than high-compression builds. Complementing the mechanical setup is a fully functioning air conditioning system, an uncommon and valuable feature in vintage vehicles, highlighting that the essential comfort equipment has been kept operational. With the drivetrain and accessories still intact and original, this Dart maintains a level of mechanical authenticity that collectors and enthusiasts routinely seek. Inside, the car retains its front and rear bench seats, further emphasizing its unmodified and factory-correct condition. The interior layout reflects Dodge's straightforward yet comfortable design approach of the period, maintaining a cohesive look that aligns with the car's exterior originality. The presence of these original seating surfaces and configurations indicates that the car has avoided the typical piecemeal interior updates often seen in older daily drivers. Together with the functional air conditioning, the interior reinforces this Dart's comfortable usability as a classic that can be enjoyed without sacrificing correctness. Rounding out the offering is a clean California title, streamlining the transfer process for the next owner and adding confidence in the car's documented history. As a complete, all-original vehicle with operational factory features, this 1970 Dodge Dart represents an appealing opportunity for enthusiasts seeking a preserved example rather than a heavy project. Its originality, desirable color, working AC, and well-kept condition position it as a strong candidate for light mechanical refreshing, cruising enjoyment, or continued preservation. In a market where untouched Mopars are increasingly scarce, this Dart stands out as a solid and honest survivor with strong potential at a reasonable price point. Number 12. This 1964 Ford Thunderbird convertible, offered at $24,500 and located in Yorba Linda, California, is presented as a striking black-on-black example equipped with its factory convertible configuration complemented by an add-on roadster cover. The car showcases the bold and elegant styling that defined the mid-1960s Thunderbird line, and its triple black presentation adds an extra level of visual impact that sets it apart from more common color combinations. The seller notes that the car was restored in the 1990s, suggesting it has benefited from long-term care and attention, with its exterior and overall structure presenting as a well-preserved driver rather than a neglected project. Power comes from its factory V8 setup, paired with the hallmark Thunderbird driving characteristics that made these convertibles popular for their smooth, confident road manners. The seller states that the car runs and drives great, indicating that it remains fully operational and ready for immediate enjoyment. Unlike many older convertibles that need significant mechanical intervention before hitting the road, this example appears to offer an already sorted driving experience, appealing to buyers who want a functioning classic without committing to extensive mechanical revival. Its long-term restoration history also suggests attention to both mechanical and cosmetic concerns at the time, preserving much of its integrity. Inside, the Thunderbird features its period-correct presentation that blends stylish mid-century design with a distinctive convertible and roadster cover layout. The add-on roadster cover enhances the already iconic look of the car, giving it the sleek two-seat, sports roadster appearance when installed. While specific interior details are not described, the consistent black theme implies a cohesive and factory-appropriate cabin aesthetic. Given its restoration and continued running condition, the interior likely reflects the same ready-to-use quality noted in the mechanical description, making it an appealing option for those seeking a complete and elegant open-top cruiser. The car comes with a Canada title in hand, providing clear documentation and simplifying the transfer process for the next owner. Although physically located in Tustin, California, it remains readily accessible for inspection within the region. Altogether, this 1964 Ford Thunderbird convertible offers a compelling blend of stylish presentation, operational reliability, well-preserved restoration work, and distinctive roadster-style flair. For buyers seeking a classic convertible that combines presence, comfort, and immediate drivability, this example stands out as a well-maintained, visually commanding choice at a competitive price point. Number 13. This 1973 Oldsmobile Toronado, offered at $7,500 and located in Apple Valley, California, is presented as a remarkably preserved example with only 59,000 original miles. The seller notes that the car was acquired from the son of the original owner, adding to its appeal as a largely untouched survivor that has clearly been maintained with care. It wears fresh paint, enhancing its already striking presence, and the car's overall condition reflects long-term preservation rather than deferred maintenance. With current registration and a clean title already in the seller's name, the documentation is straightforward and ready for transfer. Power comes from Oldsmobile's signature front-wheel drive setup, known for its smooth and commanding road manners, and the seller emphasizes that the car runs and drives like a dream. The drivetrain benefits from a new exhaust system, and the tires have recently been replaced, making it immediately roadworthy without the need for basic mechanical catch-up work. Unlike many 1970s luxury coupes that suffer from age-related issues or long periods of inactivity, this Toronado appears to have been consistently maintained, reflecting the kind of mechanical stability that makes it an attractive turnkey cruiser. The interior stands out as one of the car's strongest points. All original, with no rips, tears, or significant wear, a rarity for a 1973 luxury car that is now over 5 decades old. Original upholstery, panels, and trim pieces often tell the truest story of a car's life, and in this case, they reinforce the claim that the Toronado has been cherished and preserved rather than heavily used or neglected. Its cabin retains the full 1970s Oldsmobile character: plush seating, wide dashboards, and a quiet, comfortable atmosphere that reflects the era's emphasis on smooth, effortless cruising. The seller invites in-person viewing and test drives, noting that the car must be seen to be fully appreciated. With fresh cosmetic updates, preserved originality, reliable road manners, and documented low mileage, this 1973 Oldsmobile Toronado represents an appealing opportunity for anyone seeking a classic American luxury coupe with strong survivor qualities. For buyers interested in a clean, ready-to-enjoy vintage cruiser, rather than a project or heavily modified example, this Toronado stands out as a compelling and well-priced option in today's market. Number 14. This 1969 Chevrolet Camaro RS, offered at $29,000 and located in Grants Pass, Oregon, is presented as a nearly completed restoration project with major mechanical work already finished. The seller notes that the car is at the stage where it primarily needs paint, giving the next owner the freedom to choose the final color and finish. With receipts totaling over $40,000, this Camaro reflects significant investment in quality parts and labor, placing it far ahead of most unfinished projects and making it an attractive opportunity for someone wanting a near-turnkey build without starting from scratch. Its Rally Sport package adds even more desirability, bringing the iconic hidden headlight front end and other details that collectors seek. Under the hood sits a 350 cubic inch small block with a 4-bolt main, a preferred foundation for strength and durability. It is paired with a TH400 automatic transmission, known for its robustness and suitability for both street and performance use. Out back, the car is equipped with a Moser-built 12-bolt rear end, a high-quality upgrade that adds tremendous value and reliability. These components together indicate that the drivetrain has been built with performance and longevity in mind, offering the next owner confidence that the major mechanical systems are already properly addressed. The Camaro also features disc brakes on all 4 corners, a significant safety and performance upgrade over the factory setup. This improvement alone greatly enhances stopping power and road confidence, especially on a car with increased performance capability. With much of the structural, mechanical, and braking systems already completed, the foundation of this build is strong and well thought out. The car's current condition allows a buyer to focus on cosmetics and final detailing rather than undertaking heavy restoration work or tracking down difficult-to-find parts. As presented, this 1969 Camaro RS stands as an excellent opportunity for someone looking for a classic muscle car that is close to completion but still allows for personal finishing touches. With the high-dollar mechanical work already done, a desirable RS package, and premium components such as the Moser 12-bolt and 4-wheel disc brakes, it offers strong value in today's market. For enthusiasts wanting a '69 Camaro with performance upgrades, proper investments, and the freedom to choose its final look, this example provides a solid and appealing starting point with much of the hard work already behind it. Number 15. This 1966 Plymouth Fury 3, offered at $9,500 and located in Delta, Utah, is presented as a largely original full-size Mopar with its factory character still intact. The seller highlights that the car retains its original interior, a strong indicator that it has been preserved rather than heavily modified or neglected over the decades. The Fury 3 represents one of Plymouth's more upscale offerings for 1966, combining size, comfort, and classic mid-60s presence, making survivor-style examples increasingly desirable among enthusiasts. With its overall originality and the seller's long list of recent work, this car stands out as a well-maintained driver rather than a rough project. Powering the car is the respected Poly 318 V8, a durable and smooth-running engine known for its reliability and distinctive design. The seller notes that they have performed a bunch of work on the car and plan to provide a list of the repairs and replacements that have been completed. Even without the full list visible, the statement suggests that important mechanical upkeep has already been handled, making the car easier for a new owner to continue enjoying without immediately diving into major repairs. The Poly 318 also offers a pleasant blend of torque and drivability, making a Fury of this size comfortable for both in-town use and highway running. The preserved original interior remains one of this Fury 3's strongest features. Factory upholstery, door panels, and dash components often tell the clearest story about how a car has lived, and in this case, the cabin appears to have survived the last 6 decades with its authenticity intact. Cars from this era often suffer from torn seats, sun-cracked dashboards, and worn trim, so an interior that remains original adds value and rarity. This level of preservation helps maintain the car's classic charm and provides an appealing foundation for either continued preservation or light restoration if desired. Overall, this 1966 Plymouth Fury 3 offers a balanced combination of originality, mechanical attention, and classic Mopar presence at a reasonable price point. Its running Poly 318, preserved interior, and seller-maintained condition make it a strong candidate for someone seeking a big-body 60s cruiser without the need for complete restoration. With much of the hard mechanical work already completed and its interior still showing its factory roots, this Fury 3 represents an inviting opportunity for a new owner to enjoy a comfortable, stylish, and authentically preserved mid-60s Plymouth. Number 16. This 1957 Chevrolet 210 two-door Post, offered at $39,000 and located in Oregon City, Oregon, is presented as a fully restored, show-quality classic with more than $80,000 invested by the previous owner to bring it to its current condition. The seller notes that the car runs great and is ready for weekend cruising, local car shows, or simply turning heads wherever it goes. Its high level of finish, fresh black paint with white trim, and overall presentation make it an appealing choice for collectors seeking a beautifully completed Tri-5 Chevy rather than a long-term project. This example stands out as a meticulously restored car that blends original character with carefully selected modern upgrades for reliability and drivability. Under the hood, the Chevrolet retains its original 283 V8, which was rebuilt less than 2,000 miles ago and paired with a rebuilt 2-speed Powerglide transmission completed at the same time. The recent mechanical work ensures that the drivetrain remains smooth, strong, and dependable, offering authentic 1950s V8 charm with the confidence of fresh components. The car also benefits from a new Holley Sniper fuel injection system with remote readout, transforming the classic small block into a far more responsive and efficient setup compared to its original carbureted form. Complementing the refreshed powertrain is a new MagnaFlow exhaust system that provides improved tone and flow without overwhelming the car's classic refinement. The restoration goes well beyond mechanical upgrades, as the seller highlights multiple enhancements aimed at comfort, security, and presentation. Keyless entry, power door locks, and a security system add modern convenience and peace of mind, while a custom sound system with speakers and a subwoofer in the trunk brings contemporary audio performance to this 1950s icon. The front bumper was recently replaced, and 3 of the side windows were refreshed, ensuring the exterior continues to show at a high standard. New disc brakes and shocks improve stopping power and ride quality, offering a significant upgrade over the factory equipment and contributing to a safer, more enjoyable driving experience. Overall, this 1957 Chevrolet 210 Post stands as a turnkey, high-quality example of one of America's most recognizable classics. With its restored drivetrain, fresh cosmetics, modernized fuel and audio systems, and thoughtful mechanical upgrades, it delivers a blend of originality and enhancement that appeals to both traditionalists and drivers seeking a reliable, show-ready cruiser. For someone looking to add a standout Tri-5 to their garage, one that requires no major work and has already received extensive investment, this Chevrolet offers an excellent opportunity to step directly into a beautifully finished piece of automotive history. Number 17. This 1968 Ford Mustang Fastback, offered at $93,600 and located in Los Angeles, California, is presented as a carefully executed bullet tribute inspired by the iconic Fastback driven by Steve McQueen in the legendary movie. The seller notes that the car underwent a comprehensive restoration completed just 3 years ago, resulting in a crisp, laser-straight body finished to a high standard. Built to capture the look and spirit of the original Bullitt Mustang, one that sold at auction for $3.4 million, this example blends period-correct presence with upgraded performance and comfort. Its collectible nature, combined with a strong restoration, positions it as an appealing choice for enthusiasts who want the look, feel, and attitude of a Bullitt without the unattainable cost of the original. Power comes from a rebuilt 302 V8 rated at 350 horsepower, offering a significant boost over the factory output while retaining the small block character that suits a 68 Fastback. The engine is paired with a rebuilt automatic overdrive transmission, improving drivability and highway comfort compared to the original 3-speed automatics or 4-speed manuals. Backing it all is a Ford heavy-duty 9-inch rear end, known for its strength and reliability, making the drivetrain well-balanced for both spirited driving and long-term durability. Together, these components deliver a fast, smooth, and straight tracking experience that enhances the Bullitt tribute's performance credibility. The restoration also included the installation of new floors, a major plus for any classic Mustang where rust is commonly an issue. The seller emphasizes the laser-straight body panels, suggesting the car received significant bodywork attention to achieve clean lines and proper fit, key to capturing the iconic stance of the Bullitt Fastback. New vintage air conditioning adds modern comfort without disrupting the vintage appearance, making the car far more usable in warm climates, particularly in Southern California. Power disc brakes further improve safety and stopping quality, giving this tribute far better braking capability than a factory 1968 setup. Overall, this 1968 Mustang Fastback Bullitt tribute represents a high-quality, well-sorted, and highly collectible restomod built with attention to both aesthetics and mechanical excellence. With its rebuilt powertrain, modernized cooling and braking systems, fresh structural work, and strong cosmetic presence, it offers a turnkey experience for enthusiasts seeking a performance-oriented fastback with cinematic heritage. Its combination of restoration quality, upgraded components, and Bullitt styling makes it an appealing candidate for someone looking to own a show-worthy, fast, and historically inspired Mustang that is ready to be enjoyed immediately. Number 18. This 1962 Chevrolet Impala, offered at $47,000 and located in Huntington Beach, California, is presented as a clean, freshly refinished example with strong mechanical pedigree and desirable factory credentials. The seller highlights that the car retains its matching numbers 327 engine paired with an automatic transmission, adding authenticity and long-term value to this already appealing full-size Chevrolet. The body was painted last year, and the car now shows a straight, crisp exterior with clean chrome, smooth panels, and a finish that reflects the care taken during its recent cosmetic refresh. Its combination of originality under the hood and updated exterior presentation makes it well suited for someone seeking a high-quality Impala that blends heritage with modern touches. Beneath the styling that defines early 1960s Chevrolet design, the matching numbers 327 provides period-appropriate performance with the durability and smoothness expected from a well-kept small block. Paired with the automatic transmission, the car is set up for effortless cruising, enhanced by the seller's note that it runs and drives great. The fresh paintwork complements the mechanical integrity, presenting a cohesive car that feels far from being just a project. Its drivability, stance, and presentation make it appealing not only as a showpiece but also as a usable cruiser for local meets or weekend coastal drives. One of the standout upgrades is the brand-new Air Ride suspension setup, which transforms the Impala's ride quality and visual presence. The seller notes that the system features a custom tank, dual V-air compressors, hardlines, and a Y-bone rear setup, allowing the car to lay frame and achieve its dramatic lowered stance with reliability and ease of use. The inclusion of high-quality components underscores that this suspension upgrade was executed with intention rather than compromise, offering both form and function without detracting from the car's classic appeal. The Air Ride system alone adds significant value and modern usability, making this Impala more versatile while still preserving its original drivetrain. Inside, the car features a Bluetooth sound system, integrating modern audio convenience into an otherwise classic environment. Combined with the smooth-running matching numbers engine, fresh cosmetic work, and high-end suspension installation, the result is a well-rounded Impala that gives its next owner the opportunity to enjoy a tastefully updated yet fundamentally original classic. Its clean presentation, reliable drivability, and thoughtful upgrades position it as an excellent choice for someone seeking a 1962 Impala that stands apart from typical examples, one that merges traditional Chevrolet design with contemporary comfort and style in a polished, ready-to-enjoy package. Number 19. The 1960 Mercury Monterey in Marysville, Washington presents itself as a genuine running project with a clear backstory, having sat in Kashmir, eastern Washington, for about 2 decades before being brought back to life by its second owner. It now runs, powered by a strong 383 motor, but remains very much a classic in need of mechanical attention. The car will require either a new radiator or a proper re-core, and most of the major engine gaskets are due for replacement. While it technically can be driven, it is only suitable for short distances in its current state, making a trailer the recommended method for transport. It stands as one of those period-correct survivors that still manages to fire up but hasn't yet reached the point of road-ready reliability. Inside, the Mercury carries an interior that has survived surprisingly well for a 65-year-old vehicle, with carpet that looks nearly new and much of the cabin presenting better than expected. The main flaw inside is the front seat, which is worn out and will need a proper reupholstery job to match the rest of the interior's condition. What remains is a mostly complete period cabin, one that offers an authentic 1960s driving atmosphere without having been heavily altered over the years. It's the type of interior that allows a restorer to see exactly what needs to be refreshed without the guesswork that comes from missing or modified components. The body of the Monterey is fairly straight, wearing its age honestly with small dings and areas of surface rust that match what you'd expect on a survivor of this era. The chrome presents surprisingly well, retaining much of its shine and character, helping the car hold onto that classic Mercury presence that made these full-size models stand out in their time. Underneath, the car also carries a tough-sounding exhaust setup that gives it a mean, aggressive tone, something that adds to the appeal for anyone who appreciates the raw note of a big block-powered American cruiser. Though it's not a showpiece yet, the structure and trim give it a strong starting foundation for restoration or mild preservation. The seller emphasizes that the price is firm and that no trades will be considered, offering it as a motivated sale due to too many bills rather than any hidden issues with the car. As it sits in Marysville, Washington, the Monterey represents a real opportunity for someone wanting a classic 1960 Mercury that already runs but still leaves plenty of room for mechanical and cosmetic improvement. It's a straightforward, honest project with a clear history, a solid body, a distinctive exhaust note, and the bones needed for a rewarding restoration or rat-style preservation build. Number 20. The 1953 Chevrolet Bel Air/210 in East Wenatchee, Washington comes forward as a true long-term survivor, having spent many years tucked away in a barn before being brought back out into the light. It runs with its original style 235 inline-six paired to the classic 3-on-the-tree manual, giving it that unmistakable early 1950s Chevrolet character. The seller notes that the car still operates on its 6-volt electrical system and comes with a clear title, making it a rare, mostly unaltered project that retains the mechanical simplicity and authenticity of its era. It's being offered as a test-the-waters listing, but at this price point it stands as one of those increasingly hard-to-find, intact early 50s Chevys. Inside and out, the car wears the patina and aging you'd expect from a barn-kept survivor, with rust present in multiple areas and a clear need for full cosmetic restoration. Nothing in the description suggests major structural failure, but this is undeniably a project car that will need metalwork, refinement, and a careful assessment of the usual trouble spots found in early 50s Chevrolet body shells. Its long sleep in storage, however, often means that many components remain where Chevrolet placed them decades ago, from trim to mechanical linkages, making it an easier foundation for someone wanting originality rather than a heavily modified shell. The mechanical condition, while basic and functional, should be viewed as a starting point rather than a completed state. The 235 runs, suggesting at least enough life to start, idle, and possibly move under its own power, but decades of sitting can leave seals dry, fluid stale, and systems in need of a thorough refresh before any sustained driving. That this car remained intact through its barn years often means the drivetrain and underhood layout haven't been hacked or altered, giving a restorer the opportunity to decide whether to preserve the 6-volt setup and column shift charm or modernize it as part of a more involved build. Cars in this stage often hold strong potential for both restoration paths. Offered at $1,500 OBO and open to trades, this Chevrolet sits at an appealing entry point for anyone wanting to take on a 1950s project without the premium typically attached to Bel Air era cars. Located in East Wenatchee, Washington, it represents the straightforward honesty of a true barn find, running enough to show life, complete enough to restore, yet untouched enough to retain the aura of a mid-century American classic waiting for its next chapter. For collectors, beginners, or anyone who appreciates early 50s Chevrolet lines, this 210 offers a rare chance to build from an authentic, original foundation. We appreciate you watching our roundup of 20 affordable classic cars from the marketplace. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe to Cheap Classic Cars. And make sure to share this video with anyone who shares your love for timeless rides.